On this episode of the RSL Random Fan Podcast, we break down our thoughts on Real Salt Lake's surprising and sustained great start to the season with being in third place after 14 games. And what else do we talk about, Brennan?
We didn't sound as positive as you just said.
Well, he didn't for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is a little
but
two-faced.
8 wins was
pretty good. Yeah.
Well, I don't want people to be surprised. I mean, I got to live up to my...
And you got to be careful with your wives. If the area code changes, so do the rules. Right, Tyler?
Nope.
Well, we'll find out what all of that means, and maybe we'll see you on a cruise during the break.
Nope.
Enjoy the World Cup and enjoy this episode. All right, it's another episode of the RSL Random Fan Podcast. Last one of the year.
What?
Oh, wait.
That can't be right.
There's no more games this week.
This week.
Oh.
Except the Champions League final.
Champions League final. All kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, you knew.
Crystal Palace fans are just going crazy. I mean, they were lining
First
up
trophy
up
in
and down.
120 years.
Third.
It's the third?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they won the FA Cup.
FA Cup
Oh, that's
and
right.
something else. So, anyway, it's another episode of the RSL Random Fan Podcast. I'm your host, Brandt Goebel, joined by
Brennan.
and
Big T. Tyler Thomas.
Big T.
oh, you've waited 5 years to pull that one out.
Am I loud right now?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Oh,
Yeah.
I can hear you. How do you feel? How's it feel?
feels great.
Does it feel?
I love being heard.
Do you feel like a big guy? Is it Big Brennan now?
They've told me that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty big.
That's what happens. Father of two. Congratulations.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Congrats.
good. Thanks.
Way to go.
Let's talk about soccer.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
Sound
grandkids.
good.
Let's talk about grandkids.
No.
All right, so first of all, thank you for joining us on this journey. Please go and subscribe wherever you get your podcast, especially YouTube. That'd be fantastic. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We are relatively consistent. We should do a lot better job. But that's what happens when you leave the oldest guy in charge of social media.
And you're doing such a great job.
I know, man.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, for as old as you are.
How would I
you're
know if
killing
I'm
it.
not?
Well, I mean, the fact that Pablo said, well, that's a good question, Brandt. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
much.
Yeah, that's what I
Hard
live
work
for.
pays off.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I live for.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Pablo knows your name.
So, yeah, I'm just searching for acclamation all the time. So if that helps when you want to come up and talk to me,
Yeah.
Just say,
Alicia,
to Brandt.
come patronize me. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
Alicia walked up to Pablo and she said, "Keep my husband's name out of your mouth."
So, yeah, do us a favor. Do all that stuff. Leave a review. That would be fantastic. We appreciate it. So we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. The Minnesota game, the last game before the World Cup break, RSL went up to Minnesota where they have struggled. And,
And it looked like it was going to happen again.
yeah, what are your thoughts on the game? I know we want to break it down. I mean,
Well, it was kind of like the first part was, I don't know, slow. It was weird. It was strange. They scored on us a couple times. I mean, it was a strange game. And
His name's Zhang? Zhang?
Zhang, yeah, D-E-I-N-G.
or something.
Oh, Zhang, yeah.
Yeah.
Zhang was pretty effective.
And yeah, he scored twice, being offside though.
Right.
It brought back memories of Julio. You know,
Dude, that guy spent more time offsides than he did onside.
right?
Let's talk about the lineup, too. We just jumped over that. Cabral in goal. Because there were some changes. Zach Booth, Yedlin, Glad, Engel, and Sanabria were in the back. Gozo, Caliscan, Spirings, and Hezarkani with the start. And Solon's up top. Two missing players, Luna and Guy Lavogie. Luna, obviously, they were trying to hold him out because, he's got all those games to play in the World Cup.
Right.
And then
Nope.
Guy Lavogie they said he had a personal. So something to take care of.
Which is strange timing for him because last game he got pulled out at halftime and then we did good.
I don't know if you can say that.
So hopefully
'cause
there's
every game requires different things.
I
Some
know.
games are
I know, and I get it, but that was the last result.
maybe what his personal time off was affecting his play during that game.
You never
That's
know.
The mental side's big, especially for Pablo.
Yeah, so they kind of struggled. I think I think in the postgame, Pablo had kind of admitted that they just didn't play well, and he was kind of like, I don't know that we deserved to win. We deserved a result for sure, but we did not deserve the win. And you could see the struggles without Luna, without Guy Lavogie in the middle. You could see the midfield kind of struggle.
The connections were a little weird, but I think Booth stepped in and did admirably.
He did.
Kind of like an Andrew Brody. Admirably.
No, because I think
Left back
did
Andrew
Brody ever score a goal?
Yes, he did.
I think he did.
He had one.
Oh, yeah,
Was
you're
it
right.
the knuckleball that was straight?
Yeah, you're right. That was a good one. That was a good one. You're right. But Booth came on. Is that the first Utah to Utah
I think so. I think that's what people
goal
are saying.
scored ever in the history of Real Salt Lake?
Or Major League
Utah
Soccer.
native.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to Utah native.
In the world of soccer, it's probably
The Utahns get it done.
Mormon kid to Mormon kid.
Oh, now we're getting religious. That's not okay. We got to pause on that.
we got to catch up on the Catholics
I mean,
and stuff.
Zach was saying that him and his wife hang out with Gozo and his girlfriend, like they're couple buddies. So
Uh-oh, is this like the Real Housewives, Mormon Wives or whatever? So they're just
I don't know, dude. Is
Putting a
somebody
pineapple-
following him around?
It's a
Pineapple
new
on the door.
season. It's a new season. Of
like your
Secret
cruise?
Lives.
Are they going to do the same thing like on your cruise?
I don't know.
Are they going to put a pineapple at the front door and then they're just like, hey, what's up? How you been?
And then you like twist the pineapple depending upon your degree of happiness, or is that how that works?
I don't know. I've never done it.
You've got a lot of experience with these
I know.
pineapples.
I just he's got. Why do you know so many things?
Tyler.
Inverting it? Like who's? That's an inside thing.
Oh my
right
gosh! You gotta dial it up and dial it back, I guess. According,
Yeah, whatever she
from
likes,
what I
man.
hear.
It's a whole thing they go through, like when you get on the boat, right? It's a whole.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
gotta go with
Orientation.
safety measures first, and
Orientation.
then the pineapple orientation second.
Yeah, I ate a lot of pineapple on the boat.
Whoa, chill!
a lot of
All
fruit.
right.
It's available 24/7, and so
Oh, it
you
is.
just go in
Look
there.
at that.
Ice cream most of the time
Different
too.
area codes. It's available 24/7, baby.
All right, so yeah, it's an interesting game to talk about because RSL really struggled. It was kind of a typical Minnesota RSL game where it ends up 1-1.
Why?
right?
Why does Minnesota have our numbers so well?
Because Minnesota is a very physical team. They're very physical. They like to push. They like to. Boxall is angry.
Boxall's
He's
good, man.
he's mean. He's vicious. He likes to push people around, and for
I thought about you
good
during the
portion
game.
of the game, he did that to Solons. He did it to pretty much anyone that got near him. So
I thought about you during the game when they mentioned Boxall, and the first thing that came up was punchable face.
Punchable face.
that's the first thing I think of. But
I thought about it while we were at the
or
break in
spittable
Murray.
face if you're Vera.
We forgot to mention that. Thanks for coming out to the break in Murray on the holiday weekend. So it was a lot of fun.
How was it?
It was good. It was a good turnout. I think we turned out everybody that came out to the break over the weekend because it's a holiday weekend, and
Yeah.
but it was
good.
fun. We gave away a kit, the new RSL kit. We gave away. Gary at the break had one of those big coolers and some T-shirts and
I
hats.
wanted that Budweiser cooler.
So it was fun.
Cool.
So thanks for coming out.
We also have some potential retro prizes coming out.
Yeah. We're kind of off base here, but going all over the place here. Just kind of no tangents. Everything's a tangent. This is the tangent episode. This is early onset dementia, late onset ADHD, adult
No,
ADHD.
it's ADHD. That's all. And he likes to say all the fun things first before anybody else.
Me or Tyler?
Tyler.
Oh,
Speaking of fun things,
Yeah, exactly. You see that?
pineapple. So anyway,
I don't know if pineapple's like fun. It's like one of the most highly.
So upside down pineapple cake, is that a thing?
Oh, I don't know. With cherry, I think you can throw some
with
cherry
cherries
in there too.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
yeah, we're
doesn't fruit
getting
have like
nowhere.
a whole tangent thing that?
Well,
Yeah, probably. This is a whole different segment.
Yeah.
Sorry. And also, I didn't get to go to the meet and greet thing because
Why?
I thought it was a 7:30 game. So I literally did not check. I was like, oh, 7:30. I'll see you there. 7:30.
Wow.
And then I'm in my house. I finish doing stuff. I get home and I'm like, pull up on the Instagram and it's like the starting 11 thing on their story. And I'm like,
That's
This
a little early.
And I'm like clicking the next thing, and they're warming up already, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I keep going, and then it says goal, and I'm like, goal? What do you mean a goal? And I'm like, Zach Booth scores a goal, and I'm like, what is this? And that was 35 minutes ago.
Yeah.
35 minutes ago, and I'm like, okay, I got to turn it on. I think it was right when I turned it on is when Zhang scored his header. Yeah. And I was like, what a great time to turn it on. And then Cam's like, we got to go. And I was like, oh, all right, well, I'm not watching this game, I guess.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going back to the goal. I just thought it was interesting Gozo was playing hold-up ball. That's not normally his spot on the field.
It's sparking him so much
I know.
that you just skipped.
I didn't skip. I went back.
No.
You skipped.
Well, I was talking about the game. Oh, sorry, because I brought up the header. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
That was foreshadowing. It was just foreshadowing.
That's the
word.
I thought
I'm not the man that needs order. I'm the man that creates chaos, just like offense.
It's true. I'm on medication, so everything's linear with me right now. You know what I mean? I can jump on any ship, and it's just a railroad.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Through.
So anyway, I thought it was a
Brandt.
lovely
So
goal.
what was the starting lineup, though?
We already did that.
Did we already did that?
Yeah.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay, starting lineup.
So there was a lovely goal because Gozo sent the ball across, and I think it was Solans who was on top that kind of dummied it.
Yeah, Solans. Yeah.
And it fell to Booth, who had a nice touch.
The touch was everything in this.
Yeah, because the guy was coming at him sideways, and he took his touch to go to goal, and if he would have run into him, it would have been a penalty.
And it was a nice, nice
let him
pace.
go.
You know, some people may say it got away from him, but no, it was a nice touch, set up just perfect.
And he's faster than you think. He doesn't look that fast, but boy is fast.
He got the shot off really quick, and boom, top of the net, 1-0 RSL.
Upper 90, and that's what they teach you to do, kids. When you come in on goal,
They teach you upper 90 as kids?
Yeah, or
They don't
low
even
to the
have
far.
full-size goals. And
Low
you're
to the-
saying upper 90?
Low to the far post or high to the near post. Those are the two
What age
places.
group are we talking?
All age groups.
All age groups, they say upper 90?
Yeah, you say those are where you shoot when you're coming in on an angle for the goal. You either shoot far to the far post on the ground, and don't try to hit that in the air. That's a lot harder, right? So you either shoot low to the far, high to the near.
Saw some U6, U7 kids doing that.
Really?
Not on my team I coached, but the teams that we were playing.
team, yeah,
Well, it's
there's
all about the process, okay?
Yeah.
And in order for
Thanks,
you
Pablo.
need to get the success, you need to have the process. And doing it once every other Thursday,
Yeah, I have
Not
to.
doing it.
We just really I have to work on our structure.
Yeah,
You do. There's a
and your
curriculum that
culture
you-
too. I mean, the culture
We have
there
fun.
is just.
We have fun.
That's what I'm saying.
My
fun
kids-
doesn't give you points, though.
Yeah,
Right.
but my kids do the best high fives out of anybody.
Fun
In
gets
the
you
U6,
regulated.
It honestly
dude.
doesn't help that they wear orange jerseys, because I mean that's probably why the Dynamo haven't been doing very well for the past.
Yeah, I don't want orange
How
next
many
year.
years?
If so anyway, so RSL up 1-0, and it was really frustrating, kind of like this episode so far, right? It's,
I'm not frustrated at all, man.
No, it's just kind of like it wasn't cohesive. I'm not frustrated, but it's just
not
kind of like
cohesive?
it was just like everywhere. RSL was
Speaking of being everywhere. Sorry.
Hey, no, let's start over. Ready?
No, we're not starting. No. It's too late. Too late for that.
This is good stuff.
Too late for that.
This is
We're
good
gonna
stuff.
keep going.
But
But
powering
in
through.
the post game, he said, "Whoa, I hit it off the bar last week, and I was really excited to keep it down. Keep it down, man."
Yeah, but he still went upper 90.
So
did
keep
he
it
really
down
listen?
upper 90. How does that work?
I
You
think he
keep
was-
it down,
But you go
on the
upper 90. Yeah,
But he still went up, but he kept it lower under the bar this time.
I do got to say
That's
though, when
cool.
I watched that goal again, the defender kind of backed off. Was he scared of just causing contact? Because if
I don't
Looked
think
like
he
he would be
expected to
shielded.
be that fast. That's what I think happened.
But he could have been shoulder to shoulder. Like he kind of that last bit of stretch, he just kind of stepped away, and it gave him free.
Yeah,
rein.
I think if he goes in on that, it's a penalty. That's what I
You
think.
think so?
Yeah, that's kind of why I think
sucks, man. The other thing I wanted to talk about that's also in the first half, I
Excellent,
believe.
excellent.
So we're kind of there. Caliscan
Yeah,
smacked in the face,
right.
goes down. Homeboy gets to take a shot right off. Chris Penso does nothing.
Yeah,
Or
that
Tori,
was weird,
Tori
right?
Penso. Yeah. Why is RSL still not allowed all the dumb fouls that other
guys
teams
get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is happening
I don't
in the
know,
referee locker room where they're just like, Salt Lake, nah. Let's not give them anything.
And that,
Maybe.
they're focusing on that. That's a big thing this year. This hands to the face behind, kind of like, pushing out to get ahead.
Any contact to the face is generally foul.
They're calling it.
It's the
but
legend of
not
Kyle Beckerman.
of us.
It's the legend of Kyle Beckerman?
Yeah, maybe it's passed down from ref to ref how mean Kyle Beckerman was, and so
Hey, there's a book about that called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, where he talks about how generational anger actually is passed on from generation to generation.
is that the one with David and Goliath?
No, that was a couple books later. This is more OG.
I remember I read Outliers
That's
as well.
great. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good
it's a
book.
good read, guys.
So anyway,
Yeah. Put it on our book list for our book club. Our podcast book club. That's next week.
well, maybe
Listen to
maybe there's something we could do, like have a seance or some sort of
like
Ouija
sage.
Ouija boards, some sort of homage to
Incantation.
a plea to the
Mystics.
soccer gods
No.
for the ref.
We
to
could
see the
align our
game.
chakras.
Yeah.
No, we just need to reach out to our fan base, the RSL Random Fan Podcast, or just RSL fans. Find the best Karen and have her write either a very strongly worded note or a nice phone call to the pro, whatever.
To pro, yeah.
To
and
pro.
bring them to the stadium and put them up.
Because they always get the free coffee after a little tiny little hiccup.
Yeah. So how do we get signs that say stuff like that in the stadium? We're gonna have to work on that.
We love
In
the
search of the best
ref-
Karen or what?
Yeah. I
Maybe,
like it.
and we could maybe like burn red cards or something.
Yeah, that'd be
Some sort of special event to say, hey, you know what?
Some mystical swirling. Maybe
Maybe
we
we
call
should make a
Doctor
video
Strange.
on it. We should make a video on
We
it.
should make it. We should have a meeting.
And we should just tag pro in it. We'll just tag him.
Just tag them.
Yeah, we'd be like, oh, I got hit in the face. Are you a Real person? Yeah. Then no foul.
Oh, we could do a flow chart. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, oh, I got hit in the face. Where are you from? LAFC. Foul.
Penalty kick.
Red card.
Penalty kick.
And penalty.
But I was in midfield. No, doesn't matter.
Still.
Messi
red
shoe
penalty.
came untied. Penalty kick. Messi. Dogzo.
So yeah. So 1-1 at halftime.
Actually,
RSL,
did you see that game? Their goalie took out Milan Ilovsky in that game.
Outside the box. Was it outside the box? Is that
No,
It should have
inside-
been
just barely
it
inside
should
the
have
box.
been a red, in my opinion.
Well, it can be because it's in the box.
Oh, so it was in the box.
It was in the
It
box.
can't be double
In the box is a
jeopardy.
yellow.
We watched that game.
Is that what it is? That-
It
yeah,
was
we
like
did watch
6
that,
to
yeah.
4, dude. It was 10 goals.
Such a good game, though.
Ilovsky had a hat trick.
We all called it though. It was like 2-0 Philadelphia, and we're all like, this game's going to end up 6-4.
Yeah.
5-3.
It's like no matter what, Miami's going to win.
And at halftime, it was 5-5 or something.
4-4.
Right? 4-4.
Most goals scored in the MLS first half.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then it only ended up 6-4. But yeah, Philly could have scored more goals.
Oh, Philly
Miami could have scored a lot more goals. But the second half, they just kind of calmed down.
Well, Philly showed what you needed to do to beat Miami, which was stay aggressive the entire time of it.
Yeah.
And they fired the coach today.
Philly did.
Yeah.
Really?
You give up 6 goals. I don't care if it's to Messi or who. That's
Well, if you have 7 points in 15 games.
that'll help bigger problem.
Yeah.
And it was the
might be-
same coach that started St. Louis. But anyway.
Was that Neville?
No. Bradley Cardoso or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, halftime, 1-1.
Wait, when did they score?
1-0.
It's 1-0. Holy
Sorry.
cow, man.
Sorry, I just
It was
want to get to
called
the end
back.
of this.
It was
It
called
was
back.
called back. He was offside
It was
by a
called back.
mile.
There was 2 different offsides.
But she missed the offside call because there were too many other guys in between him and the.
Also, the announcer person, the
Yeah.
chick or whatever, she's like, perfect executed run. And
I know,
you're like,
perfectly timed. I was like, no.
do you know, like what? Like,
He
you
was off by
gotta
it.
be like, ooh.
Glad's like, how is this not offside? But he was the only one. Everybody else was like, I wasn't watching, dude. I don't know what's going on.
That shows our defensive skill right there.
We're so good at set pieces. I got a different idea. How about instead of starting at the 18, we just go start at the 6.
You know what we should have done?
And then we put in Kirk Valet, and he comes out and just punches people.
No. To really improve our set piece defense and offense, we should do what helps win the Premier League, which is hold,
Yes.
do a lot of penalties,
Right.
and do everything we can that doesn't get a yellow card.
Yeah.
Because then
Yep.
we'll win the worst way possible,
Yeah.
which is with a
Which is-
below average team
With Walmart.
when Everyone else is way
you
better.
use your Walmart card and you get 10 cents off at the pump.
How
and
are
you
we
already
gonna-
have the lowest prices.
How are we going to work VAR into Real Salt Lake?
I don't
Because it works so perfectly with Varsity.
We got to get somebody on the inside.
Arsenal. Oh boy.
Can you apply for a VAR job?
Yeah.
It's for the kids.
Okay.
for the kids.
I think you have to start at Walmart first and then you get
Is it a
promoted.
door greeter before you get to
Yeah.
figuring out how to
Yep.
figure out a foul?
Anyway, 1-0 halftime. So Arsenal obviously goes in and just, gets their, just at the pep talk of the century, because comes out and pretty much the same thing, second half.
Well, how many shots did we actually have in this game?
We had 11. No, we had 8 shots.
8 shots.
Not a lot of
And
shots.
How many
They had
on
11.
frame?
1.
Shots on target.
1.
That was the goal.
Yeah, that would probably explain the 1. Yeah.
That is very sad. You know what I mean? Watching this game and seeing that we're not putting shots on frame at all was very sad. It's because Drake Callender could have been me, for heaven's sakes. You know? I would have had the same goals given up in this game as Drake Callender.
Yeah, they didn't test the keeper very much.
No. At all. So, that sucks.
It
Doesn't make for a very entertaining game.
Or podcast.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
everybody.
it.
That sucked. We're out.
We're out.
Just kidding. No.
So, yeah.
We're still
So the
here.
second half,
We
a
didn't go
lot of the same.
A lot of passes for them.
Yeah.
They kind of brought in their, I think they started off with their hustle team, and they kind of went to their skill team. And in the second half, we kind of just sat back and tried to defend a lot. And we almost got a result.
Yeah, one thing, too, that, I used to love Tori Pinso.
We all did. It was a
I thought
honeymoon
she was really
phase,
good,
though.
but
It was a
she had
honeymoon phase.
better game this time than last year. She really had some stinkers against RSL last year, if I remember right.
Yep.
But she gave Yedlin that early yellow.
Yeah, what was that?
Oh, it wasn't a yellow.
And then she went and had that little talk with Gozo, where it was like,
And he talked
Gozo
back
was
to
like,
her.
"Come on," something.
Yeah.
And then she paused the game and went over, "Young man."
Well, she called a foul on
Do
him
not.
touching the player, and then him doing the Oklahoma.
No, that was not a foul.
It wasn't.
The guy went to go around him and he hit the ball and then went around him the other way and didn't touch the player at all. He kind of swiped as he kind of went by, and she called a foul, and there was no foul there. So I get why he was upset and worked up, especially because all the stupid things that she did call fouls on us.
Yep. So the second half, 60 minutes. We got
Dumb.
some early subs.
Yeah.
Lineker Dos Santos came in for.
So guy comes out of
Hezekon.
nowhere, dude. First time in the 18. And then
No,
we
he
throw
was in the
him
18
game.
again. That's the second time in the 18.
Okay, fine. Second time in the 18. There's plenty of guys on the bench. Why did we throw this dude in?
And then Quinn came in for Yedlin, which I thought was a good sub because Yedlin was looking like he wanted to get that second yellow.
Oh, he was so pissed.
Yeah,
He was one good
He was
challenge
hunting.
away from. Yeah.
But still, Lineker, I don't understand that.
Well, we need a
all
new Gozo.
You have all these young guys on the bench waiting to go in.
Well, he's a young guy. He was on the bench. Why can't he go in?
I mean, sure. Why not? Right?
Who was in the 18?
Yeah. So here's my choice. Griffin
could-
Dillon. He's the guy that's been going in.
He
if
went
he's
in.
not playing well, then who do you pull in?
There was Mark Chuk and Olatunji. And Arias made the bench too. So there wasn't a
Yeah,
ton.
so think of who's not there because of Arias. He's playing center back.
Junka?
No.
No.
Is there?
No, center. Kobe. Kobe Henry's not there. He's not there.
When is Kobe Henry going to be substantial? When is he going to do what everybody says he should do?
Right. Right.
Because he is so
he's not
highly,
even making
he
the
is
18
so
now.
highly praised, but yet when it comes down to it, he's not seeing any
He
minutes.
can't get in the game.
Can't get in. Probably can't get
He
healthy.
didn't even make the trip to Minnesota, just like
Didn't
Luna.
trade them in- what?
No
Oh, that's
Luna
'cause-
to Minnesota.
that's
No
'cause
Gila
Luna-
Bogie to Minnesota.
So let's
So
let's hurry up and get through this game, and then we can go.
So we throw in Lineker, and is it just like, okay, this guy is needs some first team? Is he killing it so bad at the Monarchs that we're like, just get him in the first team? Or is this one of those exhausted things where it just seems like everybody's so tired? So just put this kid in because, you know what I mean?
It does say something that he came in before Olatunji, right?
Yeah.
He did, because he came in on the side. He came in for Hezra
in the 60th.
And
yeah.
I thought Hezra Conning was going to be
better.
Have a better game.
He did. He struggled in this game.
Well, he's going a little too much. You know what I mean? Like, keeping it simple is better for the MLS at the moment. And he is a pretty flashy player. He likes to create things off of his feet. But
he needs to know when to do it.
Yeah, there's a time and a place. And I don't think this game called for flashiness. It kind of required a quality pass with an extra run, somebody behind. And we didn't really see that. Once again, the upper third was not...
Yeah, and it kind of goes back to what I said a couple of games ago, where this club is looking for someone to be a leader on the pitch. Cabral is the captain.
But he's clear back there.
Yeah, but there needs to be somebody in the midfield, and they weren't there. The two guys that you expected, Luna and Kilavogi, those are the ones you expect them to, have some.
And then Nelly,
great point.
Where's that guy?
He's going to be out for a while. Remember, he had his knee, he had the surgery on his foot.
Still miss him in games like this, where you need somebody to be tough on the ball.
That's a hot topic. I wanted to talk about that.
Hold up the play.
You know what? Let's do it right now.
Let's do it.
Why not?
Why not?
I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm
Brennan.
glad too. So, let's be honest here. We got Stein Spearings.
Yeah, great.
Caliscan.
Yep.
Pablo Ruiz. Who else? Is Dylan in midfield?
Yeah, he's a defensive mid.
Dylan, Moisa.
Moisa's out. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not in there.
Which is too bad, because he could play. We
and then
found
you
that
throw
out.
in Anelli, right?
Yep.
Anelli's back full strength. Is he?
If he is, you're saying
No,
if.
When he does come
when
in.
he comes,
Okay.
when he,
When.
if he's great right now, he can go in.
And Pablo is full strength.
Does he outplay Caliscan and Stein?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
In
Really?
Pablo's eyes or in our eyes?
Well, it's always going to be through Pablo's eyes, but
Right.
do you think that he has the quality to take it away from Caliscan? Because I think Stein is kind of that player that even if he has a bad game, he's had enough history to where they're going to say, "Hey, he's just having a bad game.
Sure.
Next game's going to be better." And Nelly doesn't have that same thing. Caliscan has shown in the past that now he's kind of a pretty solid midfielder. Do you think Anelli can take it from him, or is this a rotation piece?
I think Anelli has some physical characteristics that Noel doesn't have. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's
Is he
so
smarter
good on the
tactically
ball.
though for the team though?
I think so. I think
Anelli
he
is?
can be. Caliscan has played some balls that I didn't see coming, which has been great. I think his passing is improving a lot, but I think hold-up play is so much better with Anelli.
You think so too?
I think he can hold the ball better.
What do you think, Brandt?
I like Anelli. I will be interested to see how this goes. Because remember last season, Caliscan creeped in there at the end of the season and
Won the starting spot. Yeah.
Won the starting spot over Emeka.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how Emeka coming back, unless there's an injury or something that takes Spirings out or Caliscan out, I think it's ride or die with those two for Pablo. I think unless it has to be an extenuating circumstance, kind of like Solon's getting in, kind of like Gozo getting in. Pablo and the coaching staff, and maybe every coaching staff, they don't kind of make those big choices every once in a while.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's other teams that maybe do. Seattle, we talk about Seattle throwing in kids all the time, and other teams that have had success throwing kids in. Philadelphia has went through that process where they use a lot of kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see
Anelli making immediately back into the 18, starting 11. I mean,
no. So then Olatunji came in the 79th minute, and
Will Trapp went in too.
yeah, they had 1, 2, 3, 4. They used all 5 subs before RSL. How many did we use? We did 2.
4? Was it 4?
I think we got them all in by the end.
1, 2. Oh yeah, 3, 4, 5. Olatunji came in for Booth, and Olatunji has really been. He has not found his footing. Maybe this break will be a great time for him to kind of clear his head. And
I think he needs to combine with somebody.
Well, use Minnesota as like a reference point for Olatunji. Zhang was in the same position, and Zhang got lonely or isolated and had a lot of success still. So what is Olatunji lacking that Zhang was able to produce almost like every opportunity. Like he was breaking us apart.
Is he trying too hard? Is he like trying to overcompensate instead of let the game come to him? He's trying to get in there and make an impact right away, which what you want your sub to do in the 79th minute when you put him in.
I think he gets too close to defenders. I think
Olatunji?
Olatunji, because when you watch Zhang run, he was on the right side, left side, center. He was doing all this stuff, and when he was successful, he created space before he got the ball. Olatunji hugs that center back position and tries to maneuver around him instead of just finding space and using speed. And I was hoping to see a little bit different because
Solans mixes it up. He does lot of everything.
He'll do
Spanish
Army
play.
knife.
He'll do post-up play.
Yeah.
He'll do in and out. He'll run the channel. He'll go down the middle.
Oh, his runs are so good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he cares. He just takes what's there. Mm-hmm. That's I think what Solans does, and Olatunji's trying to force.
And it could be what they're asking him to do too. He's so big, they want to get the ball to him.
He has a role that they're trying to fill. Yeah.
So they may not expect him to be a Solans. They may want him to hold up those center backs and have players run off of him. But I don't think he hasn't shown that he has that capability.
But remember last year when he was having success when he came in late.
Yeah.
It was when he was combining with Gozo and Luna, and the three of them they had sometimes had some cohesiveness.
Yeah.
And that's when he scored, and that's when Gozo started lighting it up. Is when the three of them started playing really well together. But
I feel like this is another coaching error overall because we saw that
we're using him wrong. I
fully agree because this hold-up play has been said when we had Forrester Ajago, we had like the Aussies that came in and we weren't heavy up top. Was that last year or
Sergio
year before? Cordoba, all that.
Oh, that was a couple years ago. But yeah.
You could see that the hold-up play was kind of what they were going for. Hold-up play, send the ball back, make a move, send it through, that kind of stuff. And it was kind of like the pick and roll in basketball. It's been done since like the 80s, 70s.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's not unique. It's not special anymore. And I think we're as a coaching side, we're limiting what Olatunji's great at.
Or is he just not doing what he's great at?
Oh, dude, physicality. He's so good in the box. Any sort of set piece that we never get, he would be really, really great. He is quick and he can move. He's huge, but he can move. Yeah. And if you get him a through ball where he might be side to side with somebody, they're gone. Doesn't even matter if they're faster. He's going to give him a little shoulder tap right when they're perfectly squared, and he's got one-on-one with the goalie, and he can finish.
So are we not playing him when we should be, right? Are we missing a lot of runs from him, or is he not doing the run, and so we're not playing him the ball? You know what I mean?
So the biggest thing is big thing that brought this to me was when we played Houston Dynamo. Pablo said in the postgame that the game required mobility. And so we changed it in the second half to have the mobility. Solans came in, did all that stuff. And then the next game, we started with mobility and we saw success. I think that what we use Olatunji for is not correct. And I think the coaching staff needs to figure it out instead of being like, okay, well, Solans is working. Let's go with that. Like, no, we brought in this guy who is accomplished, experienced. He's a lot of money. He's almost a DP spot. We bought him down or whatever. It needs to be a more diverse attack. And right now, the moment we see success, we're just like, okay, cool, we're running with this until the next thing happens. Do you know what I mean? Like it's kind of
a theme with this club.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, this is working, they just stay with it.
There's no clear identity.
No.
And I don't like that. Because it used to be, what was it, like Jason Christ, we had an identity.
Yeah.
They knew what was coming. They sometimes could stop it, they sometimes couldn't. With us, it's more like, hey, how do we feel today? How does our attack feel today?
We're starting to get there, I feel like. I feel like we're getting there.
Naturally. But we're not backing ourselves up.
Yeah, but when we switch out personnel, we can't change the total style of our play. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Well, my thing would be like, okay, I'm going to use tennis as a background because I do it every single day, right? Aggressive baseliner, all court, push, like a pusher, and then serve and volleyer, right? So when I see a player come in, they're really good on the baseline. And then they come forward for an easy ball and they put it in the net or they miss. Somebody who doesn't really have that mentality of what's possible, they go, okay, don't go into the net, stay back, do your thing from the baseline.
You're good there, stay there.
Perfect. Now, if he goes against a pusher who's just constantly lobbing balls back and back and back, the pusher's going to win because he's going to outgrind him from that heavy baseliner. And instead of learning the skill or just going up there more times, making the mistakes, but then finally figuring it out and then getting a win, you're just going to stay where you are and you're going to put yourself into a box. RSL is kind of that same way. We're really good at mobility. We're really good at moving the ball now. Gozo's really great at covering defensively when we make a mistake. He's good to move up the sides, be the 10, do all that stuff. Salon, same thing. And so then we just stay in that box, that box of identity, instead of being like, okay, Olatunji was great in the air. He's very physical. Why aren't we finding a way to mix the mobility with Olatunji? Or why aren't we being able to mix Spearing's distribution, not just defense, but his distribution to the attack? You know what I mean? Like we're not going the extra bit to get something bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that. I see what you're saying, and I think there, because the personnel changes, it changes the way we play. Like Junka versus Engel, even. And that's a totally different feel at left back for us. And so for me, like switching out different types of players changes a lot of the dynamic of how we play, and it shouldn't, right? We should be able to adapt a little bit, but still play the way we play, right?
Well, so that brings a good point. So think about Philip Quinton, right? One of the games we did at home, Philip Quinn was able to distribute the ball, break a couple line passes to Gozo. Did we know that existed with Quinton? Like before that?
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was a great long ball passer.
Right. But that was happening because he got put in over whoever was the right back, Yedlin or whatever. And it's like, yeah, it changes things, but that doesn't mean it changes our game. Right? We still have the same idea. We need to get that ball forward. We need to move, all that stuff. It just introduces a different angle or a different look.
What are your thoughts on that, Brandt?
Oh, I agree.
Great. Anyways, now.
No, I think you're absolutely right. Like you said, I can't add anything to that. But Junka did come in for Engel. I thought Engel had a really good game. I'm glad that he's back. I think he's the best person at that spot.
Engel is?
Yeah. As
left back?
Left back?
Yeah.
I like him.
No. Like a few episodes back, you said no.
I'm grown.
You're grown. Okay.
I'm growing. I'm growing with him. Then Dylan came in for Spirings, and RSL was just kind of like, it looked like they were going to get the 3 points. And then, as was pointed out in the post game, that's 7 goals this season from set pieces. We've given up 7 goals from set pieces. Do we even have a set pieces coach? I don't know.
Do we have a pie pieces coach? I need somebody to coach me on my pie eating. I'm eating too much pie lately. It's so good.
Make sure the jaw opens up.
I know. It's like
a solid inhale.
You have to unlock. What's that one?
Chew more, Tyler. Chew more.
So then, that last goal was just like, come on. It just sucked.
It happened multiple times. They had multiple balls to the back post, and it's like we weren't really defending there. And so finally, they just got one. And what was it, Gonzalez? He's like, dude, I'm just going to shove Glad out of the way. And he did, and he headed it in. And you're not going to get that call 90% of the time.
You shouldn't get that call. It wasn't necessarily even a foul.
I pushed him.
I thought they were both going for the ball. And
somebody was softer than the other guy.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
But it's like, at what point is that a foul, right? But here's the problem.
We're in the box.
There was one guy at the box, and I'm an Arsenal fan, so
it's when they grab the arm. You gotta,
or when they stop the goalie from being able to be a goalie and pull him down.
Right. Don't allow that.
Don't allow that.
None of that happened, so it wasn't a foul.
Right. But at the same time, like there was Glad by himself at the back post, and he backtracked and he jumped and the other guy pushed him out of the way. He wasn't just stronger in the air, right? If you're using your hands to separate, you're not. There's supposed to be a little bit of an allowance for that, but where that line is, it's like a block charge in the NBA. Well, you kind of just draw the line wherever you draw the line as a referee.
When is VAR going to be able to say that that's a too big of a push? Like, what is the scale?
Right. It's why it's so
Not
hard
there.
to call.
It's not there.
Because you can't judge force, right? Because everybody flops now.
I just don't. I didn't have any question. All I saw was a guy that wanted the ball more than the other team, and it's RSL's Achilles heel, the set pieces and not being able to.
Come on, Brandt. He shoved him with two hands in the back.
I have to
dude.
watch it again. I watched it a couple
Pushed
of
him
times.
with two hands in the back.
You got to be tougher than that, and that's been. And the only reason I'm not going to agree with you is because it just confirms my point that I've been saying for 2 seasons that RSL
Is bad at set pieces.
needs to bring in a better center back. I'll say it. I think they need, and I asked Pablo that.
You asked him, hey,
Can
shouldn't
Kobe
you get
Henry
better-
play? Is he any
need a
good?
better center back?
I did. I says because it came up about the 7 goals. And I says RSL it's been a bugaboo for RSL for the last couple of seasons.
Okay.
Giving up these games. At what point is it a tactics thing, or is it? Do you have the players on the roster? Do you have the players to improve, or at what point does it become like a roster decision?
And then he said, Brandt, it's more about the structure.
Something like that. But then he kind of got uncomfortable. And I should have asked it a little bit better. I was like, I wasn't saying, are you implying you need to get rid of people? It's more of, what kind of player do you bring in?
Yeah,
Because
but
I think I like Quentin, I like Glad, but they're just not
Big enough.
big enough.
Well, it's 'cause
They're just not-
you also got to think too. Like, you've grown up an RSL fan with like an Olave, with like just that natural bigger center
Physical.
backs that were physical.
the ones that are good on set pieces, yeah, those are the ones I want.
yeah. But look,
Brandt.
there were 3 opportunities they had at the back post off of set pieces, and this one was kind of a recycled set piece, close enough.
Yeah.
But on the back post, they kept going to it, and we didn't defend it well the first 2 times, but they didn't get a good shot off, and the third time they did. That's what frustrates me.
So then it's a tactics thing.
Well, it's a we're on the field, let's figure it out thing. Like I
an
played
understanding.
I played high school ball, right? And I was smart enough to go, dude, they're going at you. They're trying to beat you this way every time. Stop letting them go that way. Take 2 steps that way before they do and force them this way so your teammates can help you. You know? And I'm doing that on the field, and I'm in high school. You know what I mean? Like, quit letting that guy go this way.
Why didn't you go pro?
But no, I'm just saying, like, and I think this is what part of what Brandt's saying is, where's the guy on the field going, get back here and guard this guy?
Where's the problem solving on
This
the field?
guy comes through. I got 2 guys here. Glad did. And if you notice on the set piece, this one again, he has 2 guys there. And this is the guy behind him. It's really hard to guard a guy behind you. You got to guard the guy in front of you. And there's nobody behind him.
No, I think Tyler's absolutely right. And that's it's a tactics thing, but also one of the things that just cracked me up. There was one play where they got behind, and I think they got a free header or something. They didn't score, but they got a close up of Cabral, and you could almost tell, like, you could almost read his lips, like, these upping guys are just making me.
Hey, really?
These guys are killing me. What is happening here? It's amazing they haven't scored yet.
You could just see the frustration. What do I got to do? So yeah, there's something they got to fix there. Obviously, you can't give up that. And if like I said, I just think the RSL is soft back there. Doesn't mean that they aren't great players. And then figure out how to use them, and figure out how, like Tyler says, to be better on set pieces. But they haven't done it for like 2 seasons or more.
No, that's true. Because I think you think about like Vera. Vera had the character that you want from the center back. You know what I mean? The no bullshits, no like, don't mess with me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm gonna get my job done. You're in my way. Get out of my way, right? And then Glad is kind of like, hey, what are we doing today? You know, like, hey, let's get in here. Let's organize. Hey, good job. Let's go. And that is a really good point. That like, we kind of need a different character. Philip is not.
And I love Philip.
Oh, I know.
I love Philip.
I'm glad you didn't get the tattoo though, because that was going to be really bad.
That was going to be awkward when you interview him next.
It's really tall, and to go all the way up, it's a
What,
little
back your thigh,
He didn't want
too,
the miniature
right?
one. He wanted
Yeah,
it close to
it's-
full size.
Yeah, I need to cover up the bofo.
The bofo, yeah.
Oh, folks.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
But I was gonna get a João Plata tattoo, but he didn't have a small enough needle, so I put a kibosh on that.
Well, his Yeromov Sissy and hairdo seems to, you know.
But no,
align well.
it's a really good point because you kind of see that in Glad. Like, Glad has all the things you want except for that almost just
And
like
that's
that.
why he's not on the national team. That's why Glad isn't a national team kind of player. He's fast enough. He's skilled enough. He passes well enough. He defends one-on-one well enough, but he's not great in the air.
You need a guy that looks like Olatunji. That's a center back there, next to Glad. Olatunji is a specimen.
Oh,
A big, strong.
an athletic body.
Yeah,
Good
not
in
a
the air.
specific
yeah.
looking.
They can have dreadlocks. I don't care, but whatever they got. But a guy with size that's back there.
That's better.
That next to Glad. That's what you
Really?
need. So anyway, RSL gives up the late goal and just totally. Tyler. Oh.
Gives up the late goal, and basically the game's over. And it's like, come on, what is happening? Like, just, and all of our worst fears come true.
So I watched this, not live, but I didn't check the news. I watched and I didn't know the ending. And when that ball went in, the feeling was not of, dang it, are you serious? That's so annoying. It was more like, yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to the point now where it's like, when is it going to make a difference, make a change? Like, when is it going to really get inside of them? Because they're always about the process, which is great. Can't control outcomes, all that stuff, all the coaching philosophies. The biggest one, though, is your inner belief or your inner fight is yours and no one can manipulate it, right? It has to be something that you've built up yourself. And you're seeing it in these last minutes. People stop believing. They do. Like, internally, they stop believing. The last 7-8 minutes.
Or they trust that somebody else has got it, which you can't win games when you just trust that somebody else has got it. You got to go make it happen.
So we have all these great characters, but we don't have that real fight. Because I always think of Roy Keane for some reason. Because no matter what the situation was, no matter who was around him, he had such a strong inner belief that it was unshakable. You know what I mean? And you're wanting that in the midfield. You want that somewhere where he is going to spread his belief around. But then you
is that what Roy Kent was based upon?
Yeah,
Was
a
Roy
little
Keane?
bit, a little bit, and it was somebody else too. I can't remember who he said.
Yeah.
But then you look at Spearings and you look at Caliscan. Those guys are not anywhere near that. They're not going to be the ones that are going to stand up for the guy. They're not going to be vocal. They're not going to do any of that.
Yeah, it's like Kyle Beckerman.
Kyle Beckerman is huge like that.
There's a lot of players like him, Dempsey and others that you can, old school players. And there's probably some I haven't noticed, but there are, in the league now that are, I think like Mukhtar, he's pretty fiery.
Oh, yeah.
There's players that are, they control it. And I think RSL is just they're young. It's a great group of guys. And you got to have faith that it'll come.
Yeah.
And hopefully it does.
But that's what got us in trouble with Vera was fire.
No. That was temperament.
That's psychosis.
That was pouting. You know what I mean? Like that was
retribution. That wasn't.
He would just get angry and angrier
Wasn't
and
it Boxall?
angrier until he would just he
Boxall?
spit on Boxall.
That's who it was. It was well deserved though. I mean,
If anybody
there's room to improve there, and so RSL, after the game, I'm just like thinking, what would have been worse? What would have been better? To get 3 points and go home happy into the break, or give up that late goal and just have that gnawing at you for 2 months before you come back for 3 road games?
big picture, that might be good.
So
hopefully.
So we'll see what happens. So RSL ends up getting the 1-1 draw, which they do like every other game up in Minnesota.
Yeah, and the other times they just lose by 3.
So what about orange slices?
I got to give it to Gozo again, because to stand up to Tori Penso, that is a dream of mine.
Yeah.
That is like, if I could.
You want to have an on-field fight with Tori?
Literally, I might pay quite a bit of money if I can just be like, hey, can I just play for 60 seconds?
And we just argue.
I want to have one interaction with some other player, and I want you to come over and call a foul at me so I can say the things I need to say.
Hey, get that look from her. It's like,
exactly.
She's got those looks. Like,
and I'm bringing up your husband, and I'm bringing up all the past decisions you've ever made. And then I am good from there. And then I'm like, hey, great talking to you, Tori. Have a good season, huh? Hopefully you get a World Cup shot. Anyways.
What about you, Tyler? Orange slice for this game for you.
Oh, I really like the way Lucas Engel played. I know he's the left back, and that's a weird pick, but...
That was going to be my pick, so...
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think him being out and then him being in is like, he's
come back.
He's the guy we need there.
Yep.
So I'm going to... You went with Engel. Who else stood out? Yeah, that's a good...
I mean, Booth was great, too. He was up and back, and I thought he covered a lot of ground, and he played defense pretty well, and he made the difference in the goal, so...
I'll give it to Booth, yeah. That's a good one.
You know, the Utah kid, I tend to favor the kids from Utah.
And I tend to loathe that.
Somebody told me that once, that I tend to...
Weird.
Yeah.
So, kids, if you're not from Utah, you're safe.
Yeah, seriously.
With Tyler.
You're very safe.
So,
are you Safe Play certified?
I am.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, Safe Sport, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
That's
Safe
true.
Play.
Oh, Safe
Tennis
Play.
version.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at
Do we have
where we're at. Yep. We are...
Third? Fourth.
What letter is that?
I was going to say 14 games, but I don't know why. 14 games in, we had a game rescheduled because Seattle was doing, the
obnoxious
CONCACAF stuff. Yeah. So anyway, we've finished in third at this point. 8 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses, and 26 points.
And that's great. That's a great start to the season. Especially the way you thought we were going to start.
Yeah, I was going to ask
Brandt.
that. So how does that...
8 wins from the first 15 games. That's impressive.
Good. Yeah, more than half.
We're on the right track, especially with this young team and the way we've kind of had some great games and some decent games and some not so great games. I think this falls into our not so great game. But if we can do this, like, here's the thing, and it happens with stock charts all the time to bring in other things that we do in our lives.
Oh, perfect.
Stocks go up and then they go back down for a little bit. And as long as their highs and their lows are both getting higher, you're in an uptrend. So if this is our low and we're like, hey, we had that down game in Minnesota, but we still pulled out a point. Great, let's do it.
So
We'll make that be our low point, and then up we go, right?
So, first 14 games, RSL is just way above where I was expecting, considering we didn't know who these new players were going to be. I had zero faith. I thought they would have maybe 14, 15 points by this point, so I was way off. You guys were a little bit more optimistic.
What did I say?
I can't remember, but none of us had 26. I'm pretty sure. None of us had 26 points.
I got a little peer pressure from you because I was like, maybe I'm a little too positive about the team itself, but then I should have just doubled down.
You should have. You should have just kind of kept going, Pollyanna. Yeah. So, a couple of questions. Season to date, any surprises team-wide with Real Salt Lake? Positive and negative, and not necessarily negative, but what's the good part? What's surprised that didn't you expect?
I'm actually surprised Booth made it. That, like, he's getting playing time and stuff. We knew the kid was talented. It was always like his brother was better than him. That was always the hard part for him, is he was in his brother's shadow. They're only 2 years apart.
Who's his brother?
Zach's brother, Taylor Booth.
Where does he play?
He plays in the Mainz or something like that in Germany, like a little bit the bottom of the league, or Norway, or anyway. I'm not following him real close.
Gotcha.
But he's over there.
He's from Utah.
Something. I know.
Yeah.
But Zach's here, so I'm gonna go with Zach. Right. Yeah. Anyway, so I love that because we recruited a ton of talent on that. We went and got that Cal kid. Cade Cowell's little brother. We brought him into the academy. We brought Zambrano in. He's that winger forward hybrid potential guy. Like, we had a lot of players that could have filled that spot. Even T. Wolf, right? He was there. You know, there were a lot of guys that could have filled that spot. And for him to be pushing and getting playing time and in the 18, it says just a lot about the talent coming out of Utah. So excited about that. 2 Utahns, 3 when Griffin Dillon stepped on the field. So 3 Utah natives playing in a game is just awesome. Just
and Taylor's at FC 20.
20, yeah, there it is. 20th in the league, I think, is why I was thinking that. It's usually where they stay.
So what about you, Brennan? Anything kind of on the surprising side?
I think Sergey Solans was probably the biggest surprise, and I think he's probably the best signing since Javi Morales.
Whoa!
And I think if we're wise enough, we'll find a way to keep him in MLS for another year or two. Because when I was watching the preseason and they were like, don't talk about this guy because we're some visa stuff or whatever. And you guys were talking about like, yeah, he just came from UCLA, all this stuff. And I'm like, he is different. Like, what is going on? And like, he didn't have the same kind of exposure as Gozo did. Because Gozo immediately, you know, like, he's great, doing amazing. He's got a great player and all that. Solans is quiet. Like, his exposure is quiet, and his talent is just so high. Name another person in this league that is taking a header in front of the goal and getting it past the goalie more than once.
Not even on our team.
Not even on our team. I'm saying
there's
in the
no
league.
one in our team that does that.
No. I'm saying
but
in the league.
But the fact that he's done it is amazing. Yeah.
Who in the league is doing an aerial battle and making it past the goalie? He's done it more than once.
Yeah.
And it's like, this guy is so slept on. Like, it is incredible. And then the second thing was having Hazard Khani actually produce something when he was talked so highly about. Because generally, when you're talked highly about in the Monarchs, it generally doesn't work out. Like Jesus Barea, amazing Monarchs player. Haven't really seen him translate, but then...
And where's he been lately, too? He's not pushing for first team minutes. These other guys are, yeah.
Hazard Khani has so much confidence. He's whipping out his moves that he does in practice in the game.
Yeah, scoring goals, scoring bangers.
That's a different level of, like, player. Like, it's just a different level player. So the fact that we have that, that's probably the biggest surprise in my mind, is all of that. But then I also have one negative thing.
Yeah.
The negative thing is that we haven't taken ownership as the coaching staff to do better. I think the change with Jason Kreis and all that stuff, that was a good move. Being able to now hire certain people to start making things a little bit more, I don't know, what's the word? Something just a little bit more exact. You know what I mean? Like having somebody hired for a very specific purpose instead of multiple roles for one job.
Yeah.
And I just don't see accountability on the coaching staff. But I mean, probably just me though, you know, looking at it.
For me, I'm really surprised. The biggest surprise is how well the team has played, obviously. And I wasn't expecting that. But to be able to do it for 14 games, they had a bumpy road there for a couple of games. You know, the Miami game and the game after or before, where they just didn't play well. There was a road game. I think it was Dallas and then Miami. That was not a good stretch, and I like the way they kind of turned it around. Mm-hmm. And they, like Tyler was saying, they didn't sink really low, and they came up. And, you know, honestly, the Minnesota game is not necessarily that low. I mean, before the game, if you expected a 1-1 draw, you would have said, okay, let's do it. We'll take the result. But to give it up late, that makes it more painful. So that's kind of what I was surprised about, that they have stayed together. They have played so well, and it bodes well for the future. As far as negatives, for me, I think the biggest surprise, not necessarily a negative, but the biggest surprise for me, like that's not on the positive side, is Olatunji. You know, I thought he would have an impact. He can still have an impact. He's got some time, 2 months to kind of get things sorted out before we get back to it. But I'm really surprised that he hasn't. And that goes back to what you were talking about, Solon. Solon's just kind of taken that from him. But I was really surprised going into this season that Olatunji has not had the impact, at least yet. So,
yeah, my negative is our goalkeeper play. No, for real. Our backup goalie has done absolutely nothing. Nothing. Absolutely
he was so
nothing.
bad. He was so bad they shipped him off.
He has no stats, and they moved him. So, like, come on, backups. Seriously.
Yeah,
Is he starting where he got loaned out to? Because he was a USL team, right?
He went to Las Vegas. And I'm probably I'll have to check on that.
Yeah, we have to drive down the interstate and go check out some games.
Because we got him from Orlando, right?
Yeah. He came out. He has
Stay to her.
So what about anything on the? What about league surprises? Thought it was interesting so far.
Nashville's killing it.
Nashville is?
Nashville's on fire in the East. Yeah.
I have yet to see a single game from Nashville.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have really good highlights. They're on fire over there, man. I don't know what the deal is, but they're just easting it up over there.
I think for league-wide, I think there's some surprises. I think LAFC, San Diego, not playing well.
Yeah, I never thought San Diego was that good, and I think you get figured out.
Especially, it's not uncommon, sophomore slump for their expansion teams. But LAFC hasn't had the greatest. So I don't think Sun scored yet. He's got some assists, but he hasn't scored yet. So I think LAFC not being better than they were. And then Vancouver staying on top. And, San Jose, those two teams just going at it. I mean, 32 points, 10 wins. Vancouver has 10 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. And San Jose has 10 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses. And they're just scoring. They both scored 34 goals. They're just tearing it up. So that's kind of surprising. And I think the biggest surprise in the league has to be Philadelphia.
Yeah, they suck.
They were the supporter shield last year.
Yeah.
And this year, they are just
They got rid of their leading scorer, Ty Baribo, and he's been doing it up in D.C.
On both ends, I think Nashville's surprising. I don't think Nashville is as surprising as being good as Philadelphia is surprising being so bad.
Yeah. And then another thing they don't really talk about a whole lot in the league is the attendance. If you watch Toronto highlights and look at their crowd, this is one of the highest top 5, 6 on payroll every year, and their stadium looks empty, bro.
Well, you got to win.
Yeah, empty though, and there was a couple times the crew looked empty, a couple times and Charlotte looks pretty empty. They're a pretty new expansion team. I bet they're struggling to sell tickets. So it's interesting just watching highlights and seeing what the camera shows. They don't show the whole stadium, but just what the camera does show.
And Zaha said goodbye.
Oh yeah,
to Charlotte, they bought him out.
Wilfred
Zaha.
Yeah, they're like, get out of here.
What a letdown, man.
Yeah, I think a couple of you, was it you that said I don't want him here?
Yeah,
one of you.
I'm not a Zaha fan.
Well, I loved him.
Yeah.
And Sergio Cordoba leaving St. Louis.
What?
He was at St. Louis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He started out this year in St. Louis, and
we didn't see that coming. Called that one. You called that. You totally called
There's
that.
no way they're sticking around.
Yeah.
So we're at the World Cup break. Summer transfer window, July 13th to the September 2nd. What is the biggest team needs? They obviously talked about making investment in the club and the ownership not being afraid to go out and make the big splash. I think RSL could use. In the past, it's like if they're doing well, it's like, oh, we don't need any help.
Yeah.
But now it's like, hey, you know what? We are third place in the West. How do we get to first place?
We go out and sign Chris Richards.
We go out and sign somebody.
Yeah, Chris Richards setting in at center back, and then Justin Glad can slide to the right and Yedlin can slide wide if we want to, or not, or up the line, down the And then Chris Richards. Yeah. That's my ideal signing
Well,
there.
I think realistically, we need to find a replacement for Gozo because Gozo is going to be gone, and we need a high level piece on that right side or on that pretend net 10 and all that stuff.
Well, see, I don't know if RSL is willing to sell. It would have to be someone have to come in for Gozo and say, "Hey, here's $20 million."
Yeah, and he's going to go to Villa because guess what? Villa want him, and Villa's in the Champions League, and they've got all the money in the world to pay him now.
I have full confidence he's gone. He's gone. There's no way. It's such a huge prospect.
Yeah.
The only one I'm worried about is Luna, though. I don't know if Luna has enough playing time this season to account for us selling him. And I think the fact that Pochettino didn't take him, that really took a huge hit to his...
Yeah, and he played in 17 of 18 games leading up to
The World Cup.
And how many commercials? They don't say that. They didn't put that stat up there.
He's in a lot of commercials.
Well, probably
This is what you were warning him about earlier on when he missed that call up. You were like, "Take quick inventory, kid, because you might not be on the team." And I'm like, "He's on the team. Come on, Brandt. He broke his nose and then had an assist. He earned it." And you were calling it. So
Ever since he
good
broke
job.
the nose, he hasn't really had a nose for goal. I'm just kidding. He's actually had a nose for goal.
Yeah, he's played when he's played really well. I was really concerned when he came into camp out of shape for whatever reason. They said he had a bug, and that was a giant red flag for me.
Yeah.
And
maybe it was for Pooch too.
Because you see it all the time. You see young players get some success, and then
They stop.
they kind of stop and start enjoying success. And you should enjoy your success, but at the same time, don't let it. You earned the success by what you did to get there. You have to work even harder.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened with Pato? Remember that story? So Ronaldinho, he was in Milan, right? Mm-hmm. So, and you know who else was in Milan? The other Brazilian. He played for Real Madrid too. He ended up in Orlando. Kaká. So both of them were there at the same time. Mm-hmm. Ronaldinho is a partier. Kaká was a go to church guy. Right?
Yeah.
Didn't party. And Pato comes up to Milan, and he's the speedy little forward who's scoring goals left and right. And he has 1 year where he gets the starting spot, and he just destroys it for 1 year. He signs an enormous contract, and then he starts partying with Ronaldinho, and he never gets back to that level. He went from like 19 goals to 12 goals to 5, and then they cut him. And he never played top flight. Like he made a few other teams like Florentina or some other teams around, and he scored a couple bangers. But sometimes you get that taste of success, and you're like, I did it, I made it. My whole life came for this, and now let's play.
There's the mental finish line,
and you don't engage in winning anymore.
We're not necessarily saying that's what's going on with Luna. We don't.
But we hope it's not.
We certainly hope it's not.
Yeah.
And hopefully. I don't know. I was really surprised he didn't make the team. I was really surprised.
I thought he had a lot to offer this team that the other guys do not offer. Like, there are 4 or 5 guys on this team that I just kind of go, nah. And one of them's Christian Roldan, and I have a ton of respect for Christian Roldan because he is a very good MLS player. He plays for Seattle. He's solid. But he's not a difference maker. I'd rather have Greg Berhalter's son, Sebastian, on the team. And he did make the team. But we don't need him and Roldan. We don't need him and McKinney and Tyler Adams and Tillman. Like, they're all in the same spot.
And the whatever you want to call it, but Gio Reyna.
Right.
I mean, the guy, he's not performing at all in his club. And he
and if it comes down, do you pick Reyna or do you pick Luna? Well, okay.
Well, that's the biggest thing online is everybody saying Reyna doesn't deserve it.
Well, and here's what I'm saying, and this is why some people don't like Pochettino. If you wanted to have a pressing style of team, if you want that from this team, you should have brought Luna and you should have got Gozo. Because those two guys have engines like nobody. And if you have that, you could make this happen. Malik Tillman has an engine. What's his name? Brennan Aronson. He can run all day long. Tim Weah, up and back, up and back. We could put a team full of engine guys and just press the hell out of these guys. But, Pochettino doesn't want that. He doesn't want a team like that. He's not looking for that. He's looking for something else. Because if he did, he would have picked those guys instead of these guys. And Zendejas is a great player, but I don't know how he fits in with the team. He's the only guy who plays in Mexico. He's one of only 3 Mexican Americans on the team who could have played for both countries. And Luna would have been another one, right? So, slightly disappointed in those picks, but I get it, but there's so many defenders.
And to be honest,
so many defenders.
Luna and Gozo, I mean, I don't know how close Gozo was in the conversation, but they're like 25, 26. I mean, they're the players that you bring in at the end. But I really thought Luna was going to get the call up. Yeah. And I really hope that, who was talking about Sebastian Klein? Sebastian
Berhalter?
No, Kleisten.
Oh, Kleisten?
Kleisten. Yeah. Was talking about how he didn't get called up.
He got cut from that one World Cup.
Oh, and it was Pablo in the postgame was talking about when he got called up and Bruce Arena said, hey, you're not going to play. You're a motivation guy. Want you on the team, but don't expect to play. And
then he played him.
Then he started him first game, World Cup, because
Pablo played Italy.
Because Pablo said, hey, I went in there like I didn't care. I'm the last guy picked. At least I'm on the team. I'm going to go show you.
Yeah.
And so who knows what's going to happen in the future. I mean, they're both young kids. One's 19, one's 21, 22. So the next round, hopefully that motivates them, to have that burr under their saddle and just like, hey, you are going to pay for not having me on the team.
And I think part of that also is we don't have a second center back. We have Chris Richards, who is world class. He plays for Crystal Palace. They won the Europa League today. Congrats. He didn't play in the game because he's semi-injured. But Chris Richards and we drop off pretty hard after that. Austin Trusty's
Tim
great.
Ream should be on this team.
Tim Ream is too old to be on this team. His skill set has dropped off dramatically, but he's still the captain of the team because where's the other person? McKenzie, Freeman could play it. Miles Robinson. These are all just fill-in guys. Miles Robinson is not a great defender anymore. He plays in Cincinnati, and they're not great.
The captain? Tim Ream is the captain?
He has been. They haven't named a captain officially. I think the captain should be Tyler Adams, honestly. I think he's the fire that makes his team move.
It certainly shouldn't be Pulisic.
No. But because we don't know who our defenders are, and that's always been kind of a strength of the U.S., is always having strong defenders. We always had 2 or 3 deep. And now we're like, who's our second defender? And what if Chris Richards is out? We're hosed. We got Miles Robinson, Austin Trusty. Austin Trusty plays for Celtic. They had a great season, but
Yeah, and there's Tessman. Is that right? Saying that?
Oh yeah, Tanner Tessman. He played really well. I thought he was going to make the team.
And Aiden Morris.
Yeah,
those were 2 players that
they were both in the
running.
Yeah.
Morris and his Middlesbrough team lost to Matt, my first man, Crooks.
Oh yeah,
as
Crooks.
Hull beat Middlesbrough 1-0 to advance to the Premier League.
And to be fair, he hasn't had a great U.S. showing for a while. So, yeah, Tessman's always been solid. He's big and he's a little slow, but he's super accurate with his passing, and he's left-footed, so it throws a lot of people off.
So it'll be interesting to see how the national team does. Every time there's going to be a little bit of drama on who's going to be the last. Who's filling out the roster for?
I don't think we know how we're playing defense, though. That's what drives me nuts.
And I don't know if we know how we're playing. This is a really interesting team. I think I pay more attention to social media and stuff than I have in the past, and this team has not caught my attention. In previous World Cups, when they make them, there is something around the team that says, hey, I want to watch this. But these guys, a lot of these players, they turn me off more than they turn me on. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just this generation, but there's just something a little bit off, and I don't know if this team needs to have a nice, deep run in a World Cup to really light the fire under fans like myself who may be that aren't, national team stands like you, or maybe this team needs to not make it out of group and just kind of flame out big time and fire everybody up and say, we can't have this on American soil. This should have been an incredible event, and maybe it will be, but yeah, there's just something. It's like half a bubble off on this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope the defense can hold. Like if Turkey comes out and smashes us 3 or 4, and I could see that happening. They have world-class players on that team.
First game is June 12th, 7 p.m. Paraguay.
Yeah, if we lose to Paraguay, we're done. We're toast. We can't lose to Paraguay.
And June 19th, Australia.
Which we should win, but they're going to be up for it because they want to beat their English-speaking neighbors.
Yeah, Lachlan Brook, he is on a mission.
I don't think he made the team.
He's still on a mission. He's going to be yelling at him from the stands.
Probably.
I was on RSL. You guys suck. No, I don't know.
Something like that.
And then they finished the group stage on the 25th of against Turkey A. So there's a lot of people, they're not too worried. RSL, the U.S. men's national team should come out of group. They're taking some third-place teams as well.
Well, and if you end up going to the game, we'd love to hear from you. Correspondence. We're not going to pay for you to go because we don't have that kind of money.
Yet.
We're working on it.
We don't have thousands of dollars to send one person to a game.
I've got this thing, and I'm looking for some people to fill in underneath me.
Okay. Just get 2 friends.
Yeah, I just need a couple of friends. It's a great product.
Okay.
Gonna go out there and sell.
Who cares what the product is? Just get 2 of your friends.
Yeah.
Have them get 2 friends.
Yeah.
Have them get 2 friends.
Yeah, that's okay. Like business 101, right?
Right.
Business
pyramid 101.
Pyramid 101.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a pyramid.
It's not. No.
It's a triangle.
It's a triangle.
It's a triangle.
Yeah.
Turn sideways.
It's the strongest shape in the universe.
Yeah, it's like that episode.
That's why we do it. It's the strongest shape in the universe.
I always think that episode of The Office where Michael Scott
does the line.
He's trying to say, and then Jim goes up. It's a pyramid scheme. Oh. So
that's great. Yeah.
Anyway, anything else? Anything we want to talk about? Champion.
Yes, Arsenal will be champions again.
Tyler rented a bus and then he just drove around Magna on the top of the bus.
And the same amount of fans were proud.
I didn't rent the bus. I borrowed it from my neighbor so I could sit on top.
Yeah, and they drove Tyler.
He drove me around Magna and all the way up the copper mine, all the way down it, just celebrating Arsenal's victory of the Premier League. And hopefully that happens again on Saturday.
It was probably Sam driving you, right?
Do you know what
Don't give it away.
Do you know what my favorite clip is? There's these people in a bar and they're all celebrating. Arteta has the trophy and he's gonna run up and he's gonna throw it up over there, and as he runs up and he's about to throw it up, it cuts to commercial. And it's like,
sounds right.
So yeah, there's a happy camper in our family too, Sam. So happy. I think he's still on cloud 9 with Arsenal winning the title.
So good.
It's the thing though, when you start winning, you kind of stop making it that big of a deal. When you get used to it. So I just kind of
But they need to win the Champions League. They haven't won the Champions League since it's become the Champions League.
Yeah.
The drought is just a lot.
And I think the Premier League kind of allowed Pep Guardiola to finish out, and then Man City's going to get hit. So that way it doesn't diminish what Pep did.
Right.
It will, though, because
he was in charge of all of it.
Yeah. And the new rumor is 40 to 60 points.
That's it?
Yeah.
I don't care anymore, man.
Hopefully there'll be negative points, like what's their names, where they had no wins on the season. Was it 2
No
wins?
points. Yeah, it was one of the clubs that stayed in the
Championship.
Oh, no, they got relegated out of Coventry, I think it was.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the hammer's going to come down on Man City right after Pep leaves, and they'll probably give him 40 to 60 point deduction for next season. They can't really relegate them down because the Premier League's not necessarily tied to the Championship.
True.
But they will start next season, hopefully, with negative points and an asterisk. They should put an asterisk between all their titles. And then, and then the final day, it was nerve-wracking at my house, kind of watching the score of Tottenham and West Ham. So my wife was very relieved. I don't know how I got so lucky. She didn't like sports when we got married, and now it's just like she's checking the
Tottenham scores
and the standings, and it's like, oh.
By the way, that was Sheffield Wednesday with 0 points on the season.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up.
Yep, 0 points on the season.
That's tough.
Yeah, 2 wins.
And they got relegated, and then fortunately, they're not starting.
Leicester is down as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and Oxford.
Down League One.
The big Ox.
That's tough.
And we talked about Crawley before not getting relegated.
No relegation for you.
Yeah.
Did you see that interview with the guy out of West Ham? Because West Ham got relegated.
Sunglasses?
He's crying.
I posted it to our stories.
Yeah.
Brandt put it out there. I was like, oh my gosh. And then the team goes on.
But I think that's the difference. That just shows the difference between the two countries, and how big. Maybe I don't know. Well, it's kind of along the lines of the American fans, the Cowboy fans, the Raider fans, all throwing stuff at their TVs. Kind of has that same kind of vibe, only a little sweeter.
The difference is in the U.S. if you suck, they just don't show up. In England, they still show up and support their team no matter what. And that's like diehard, and that's where we
American
need to get as a
we
culture.
see that too. The Cleveland Browns fans are still fans.
Yeah,
but they're not doing great.
Right, and we don't have that in MLS. That
not yet. I think we're getting there. I think
in some places there's pockets of it.
Yeah, and I think I think there's some of these fans that just I don't know what the answer is, but I do get kind of tired with the Euro snobs and the people that just refuse to like soccer. The people that want promotion relegation, they want the soccer culture in the United States to match what everybody else is out there. They're the ones that do the least. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, they don't.
They're first to complain.
Yeah,
and I'm throwing out generality.
Leave at halftime. Don't put up any.
But they're not out there supporting.
Yeah.
The way that we get to where these guys want to be is by everybody getting out there and supporting MLS, support USL, support all of these guys instead of. And I'm sure a lot of them do, but it just feels like they all just watch the Premier League. Oh, they're too good to watch Major League Soccer. And I think Major League Soccer is growing is moving up the table when it comes to better leagues. I mean, Son came here and he hasn't scored a goal all season. He tore it up last season. So it's more difficult to play here than people think. I'm not suggesting that Major League Soccer is where they want it to be, but it's not as bad as people say it is. I think.
No, that's the truth. It's not as bad as they say it is.
All right, so great start for the season for Real Salt Lake. We got a little bit of a break. We'll got the World Cup coming up. We hope you're all enjoying that. Watch the games. There's a good chance we'll be doing some stuff at the break in Murray, and if not, just go out to the break in Murray. Gary loves soccer fans out there, and he's got it set up to watch the game. Oh, yeah. Get the turkey, bacon, avocado sandwich on croissant.
On croissant?
Oh,
what are you, man?
Man, it is so delicious. Yeah. But, don't get the avocado because that's...
It's healthy.
No, it's like mush. No taste or flavor. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for listening. Anything else we want to say?
Bye.
See ya.